This is crazy, but I'm doing it. It's 3:30. I just ate. I'm gonna take a brief shower, get ready, and I'm going. As crazy as it is, I'm doing it. Okay. So, yeah. It's 5 o'clock, which means I should be there by now. I'm just about to go out. The temperature took a final turn for the worst on me, but I'm already ready, so I'm going to brave it. The way that I'm going to deal with this is I'm going to take the things I need in my school bag. Extra jackets, a hat, rain jacket, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to take it in my school bag, and I'll coat check my bag, and I'll pick it up on my way out. The part of the night that I'm worried about is I'm going to have to go for a walk from Mexican Town to Corktown, I think is. I'm getting better. I've been here now for 3 years, almost 4 years, or 3.5, anyways. I am getting better, but I mean, it's still, there's a lot of. It's a big town, but I mean, just the areas I'm in. Anyways, it's about a half an hour walk from Club A to Club B. It could be a gross walk. In fact, I'm kind of expecting it to be a really gross walk. So that's the kind of iffy part of the night. If I'm lucky, I'll get from A to B without getting rained on, or without, maybe I can get a lift. You never know how these nights turn out, right? Never know what's going to happen. But this is kind of crazy. It's around freezing. They're not calling for it to fall much further than freezing, but it's going to be around freezing. I'm going to be drinking a lot. I'm beer. I'm going to be drinking beer all night though, so it'll, But like, I'm going to get there. I'm going to start drinking, and I'm just going to drink all night. And I'm going to go to the other bar, and then I'm going to drink. Well, no, I'm not going to drink there because it's past the time I'm allowed to drink at. But then I don't get to go home until like 8 o'clock, because that's how the buses are going to be. So I'm going to have to get something to eat, and this is nuts. And as I mentioned previously, it is definitely against my better judgment. I'm going to avoid smoking. I'm going to try to avoid smoking anyways. The other night I did have 3 cigarettes, but the 3 cigarettes were, as I mentioned, about the smell, right? And that's something that, it needs to be, it's something I kind of had to deal with, right? So, I'm not really expecting an issue with that tonight. I should be able to just walk around and not worry about it. We'll find out, but I think I can plan for, I'm going to be there all night. I'm not going to buy a pack of cigarettes, and I'm going to make an effort to have 0 cigarettes. I probably won't actually accomplish that, but if I can keep it to 2 or 3, like an actual, I don't want to get back into the habit I was in, because it's terrible for people, I walk in and just can I buy a smoke, and then after that I've had 10 cigarettes, it's like, wait a second, you said you were quitting. Yeah, I did quit, and I'm going to go home and I won't have another cigarette for 2 weeks until the next time I come out, right? And I really won't. But tonight I want to make it so that it's just, if I do have a cigarette or 2, then it really is just, okay, I quit and I'm just bummed, right? But that relies on the dancing too, right? It's a big difference between going out and spending 2 hours outside while you're waiting for the band to start, and spending the whole night on the dance floor and just going out very infrequently, right? So I'm hoping that the dancing works out. I'm hoping I'm inebriated enough for it to work out, and I gotta go. I need to get the stuff together in my bag before I go, but it's, like I say, the temperature has gone the wrong way. It's gotten colder faster than they said. It's this time of year where you've got the cold fronts and the warm fronts, and they're crossing, and you never know which one's going to win, right? It seemed like the warm front came in a little early and maybe a little stronger than they expected, and now it's fading faster than they expected. But I'm ready and I'm going, so off I go. Let's make sure we got a good shot here. I think I got a good. The whole point of this is to get a shot. This. I need to get this blonde soon. Will be blonde soon. I will, and then I can talk like that because I'll have my Eastern European genes will allow me to. Soon, my hair will be blonde soon. Soon. That's how you do it, right? Soon. I'm being very silly, but hopefully I got a shot there. That's the point, right? Okay, good. So what's it like? Well, it's a gloomy night. It's like 20 after 5 or something. So it's a little gloomy. But so long as the wind stays down, I think the temperature's okay. This is kind of what I was expecting, maybe a few degrees warmer. But like I say, and I mean, the one thing, nobody thinks the wind's gonna pick up. So as long as the wind stays down, I think we'll be all right. But I have a winter jacket and a rain jacket in my knapsack, so I'm prepared for whatever arises. This, on the one hand, is probably like it's one of the tamer adventures, but at the same time, it's one of the crazier ones due to the elements. Like I say, I could find myself in a nasty situation. Like if I get, on the off chance that I couldn't get into the works, then it's going to be 2:30 in the morning. I'm going to have like 8 hours to wait. I mean, I'll be able to walk down to a diner or something, but it's just, there's some potential for disaster. Something else, I'm going to be walking up a spot of Detroit that I've never walked up before, and that I don't think is the safest spot to walk. And I'm kind of maybe even considering going around, but I don't know if there's really an answer, right? I haven't walked through there that late at night before, so I don't know. But I mean, the flip side of it is it's like I'm going from A to B, and all the places I'm going to are safe. So this is the transit concerns. But like I said, we'll see what happens. If it turns out poorly, let's keep in mind that I saw it coming. I know this is a little bit insane, but I feel kind of cooped up. I've been sitting in bed for too long. I used to get out. I didn't get enough the other night. The other night it was nice, but I need a longer excursion. So that's really what this is about. This is about needing to get out of bed and go do something. And the weather is really, truly just barely cooperating. Like I say, it could turn out great, or it could not. We'll find out. Alright, so I'm over. In fact, I've been over for a while. I just crossed Coyote Alley. I'm not feeling anywhere near as apprehensive as I normally do. I'm getting used to it. I could be, it could be a false sense of security here. It's a Saturday night, so it's a little bit more busy than normal. And I've seen a few cats. That it's such a huge boost of confidence for me because, like I say, I'm not really worried about people. There aren't any people in Detroit. Detroit is a ghost town. You walk through Detroit, you can walk for blocks and see nobody. But I'm concerned about our coyotes. And if I see cats, then that tells me that, well, it tells me there's a food source, but it tells me it's not being tapped into. So that's, like I say, it's incredibly relieving to see cats, because then I know that there can't be too many coyotes around if I see cats running around, right? So, or there's a whole lot of cats, which I somewhat doubt. So, anyways, it's like 6:30ish, maybe a little later. I could check, but I'm not going to, because I'm not that considerate. Yeah, you can flounder in ignorance of the time, and I don't give a fuck. I'll just keep walking. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, I was up around, it was a little bit before 5 this morning. I remember the time, 4:47. So, this is going to be a long day, and that's okay. But that's what time I was up. It is very difficult to walk through the Mexican district at supper time. I'm still not telling you what time it is. At supper time and not stop to get something to eat. Let me sneak you there. Very, very difficult. But I have accomplished this task as I am now out of that district and on the way to where I'm going. I have managed to suppress the urge, at least for now. I cannot guarantee that I will be successful for the entire evening. It's something we'll have to find out. Let it be stated that the bathroom at El Club is sufficiently full of stuff. So I'm walking from El Club after the show to the works, and it is far wetter out than I expected it to be. And as a consequence, I'm going to end up at the bar in a somewhat unpleasant state. And I'm not going to hold it against them if they decide that they do not want to let me in. This is an unfortunate reality. I knew that the weather was going to be poor. I know I was going to have to walk in it. I'm not in a nice state. So, we'll see what happens when we get here, but I need to prepare myself for the reality that I may be barred entry. As embarrassing as that is. We'll see what happens when we get there. But I actually won't hold it against them. I'll just go quietly sit by the tunnel. Because I have been walking in cold wet for some time and have some time to go still. It's an unfortunate reality. I did think it through. I didn't think it'd be this bad. I don't really have a way out. We'll see what happens. It's surprised me before. It's late enough that it might not matter anymore, you know? That's kind of the idea. If not, like I said, I'm going to be sitting by the tunnel. And like I said, I will not hold it against them. This is a much longer walk through a much wetter night than, this was foolish. I told you this was foolish. I knew this was foolish. Okay, this is the reality of it. I don't even know what I'm underneath a tunnel here. I will hold nothing against anyone that bars me entry. For good reason. I blame myself. We'll see what happens when we get there. Well, I did, in fact, they did let me in. It was not even an acknowledgement of the possibility of not, so I think I was just being paranoid. I think I spent most of the evening in that venue. The last 3 or 4 hours I kind of spent excuse me, I kind of spent it just kind of stopped. I got a little bit more dancing in near the end, but I think I kind of just had to come to it a little bit. That happens sometimes. How was the other show? I don't think I even mentioned it. I got some dancing, and that's what I wanted. The bands weren't like they blur into each other. There wasn't really anything that exciting, but I wasn't expecting that. It was just meant to dance. I am walking home through the rain, and it does suck, but I have my rain jacket on, and I'm gonna go get a coffee, and I'll just have to plan it from there. It's not, like I said, it's around 0, so I kind of want to put my hands away. Not, it's not scary cold or anything. I'll be fine, but it requires a little bit of precaution. So I'm putting it this way. Good morning. It's nearly 8. May even be a few minutes after 8. I gotta get to the bus station. I think I've got time by 8:20. When did we talk? I was leaving the place and I was wet. I stopped at a few different. Well, I stopped at the Coney Island up here, but I wanted some eggs, so I walked out to the Midtown to get some eggs. And kind of passed out for just about the right amount of time. So I finished eating and passed out for about 40 some minutes, and then it was time to get up and go. Worked out because there wasn't any actual waiting. In the process of kind of coming to here, I lost about a half an hour last night. I'm not entirely certain what happened. It's very hazy to me. I was sitting outside. Some bouncers gave me some juice. It seems like I was knocked out at some point. I don't think it was for very long. Like, kind of more along the lines of it seemed like I fainted, basically. But I'm not sure. Like, did I get hit over the head with something? I don't know. I'm just gonna have to have a bit of an inspection. I don't. What I remember is just coming to outside and then going back in. Nobody seemed to be much upset about anything, so I don't know. I guess there's one of two possibilities. Either I fainted from the alcohol, or I got knocked over the head or something, and I got knocked out. I don't know. The suddenness of it it's sitting the wrong way with me. I gotta figure that out when I come. But besides that, this was an overall I think I enjoyed that, and I needed it. Like I say, the sun is trying to come up anyways. It's just a bit of a gross morning. Now I'm gonna go home and sleep. I'm sure we'll talk about that in a few minutes. I'm home at 9 o'clock in the morning. That was a good night, except that point where I fainted. I just don't know what happened. Really, it could be anything that happened. I just don't know. So I have to figure that out. Besides that, it was a good night. Dancing. I didn't take any footage because the bands weren't really bands. They were more like hybrid DJ dance. Something I'm gonna want to check is check the set list and see which band excuse me, that I actually remember, because I remember Ritual Howls and I remember the Quail Wannabe thing from the guys from Wolf Eyes. So I remember those two things, like a Dead Moon Pool or something. So whatever was in between those, I may have lost. I'm not sure there was anything in between them though. I don't know. I forget this. I think I'm done for the night. Yeah, I think I'm